Which natural disaster is a prolonged period of abnormally low rainfall, a shortage of water resulting from this? Strong choice. Drought is the right answer. What occurs when water flows or collects over land that is usually dry? Nice selection. Flood is the correct and valid answer. When an earthquake occurs, it releases energy in the form of waves that radiate from the earthquake source in all directions. Which is the fastest wave? Well done. P-wave is the right choice. Identify the agency which take care of earthquake victims. You chose who, and it is correct. Dash means shortage of food due to drought. Nicely done. Famine is a solid answer. True or false? Natural disasters don't cause a lot of damage, and the injuries to human lives and plants are very minimal. Well reasoned. False is the correct choice. Identify the instrument. Clear logic. Your choice seismograph is sound and 100% true. Name this natural calamity. Great thinking. Landslide is the right choice. Giant ocean-going waves that are caused by an underwater earthquake or volcanic eruptions are called. You're right. Tsunamis is the correct answer. Sometimes the ground shakes and people run out of houses. What is this disaster called? Smart move. Earthquake is an accurate answer. Metamorphic rocks form when dash de and dash des are subjected to high heat and pressure. Correct response. Sedimentary and igneous is the most accurate answer. Name the natural disaster if there is no rain. Crops can fail and there can be a solid response. Famine is a valid choice. Name the natural disaster if there is no rain for long and crops fail to survive. Good job. Your answer drought works well here. In which state on the 26th January 2001 an earthquake occurred in the Kutch area? On track. Gujarat is the correct answer. What is the location deep inside the earth where the earthquake began called? Right choice. Focus is the best answer. The instrument that measures the intensity of an earthquake is called a dash. Sharp thinking. Seismograph is the right choice. All the time, all the villagers were worried that there may be another dash. Smart pick. Earthquake is the correct choice. Dash bodies have been removed from these buildings only in the morning. Good thinking. 250 is the right answer. Dash is the place inside the earth where an earthquake originates. Perfect. Focus is the correct choice. People help the affected people with dash and dash during earthquakes. Correct. Food and medicines is the right answer. What is the name of the most commonly used earthquake magnitude scale? Well picked. Richter scale is the correct answer. Seismic waves which travel through interior part of Earth are known as. Right again. Bodie waves is a valid answer. Q4. The instrument used for measuring earthquake on Richter scale is. Exactly. Seismograph makes sense and it is right choice. Name the device that measures the relative intensity of an earthquake. Bravo. Richter scale is the answer. Dash is the point on the Earth's surface directly above a focus. Valid point. Epicenter is true. The instrument which is used to detect and record earthquakes is dash. Excellent choice. Seismograph is the right answer. Now the house of the villagers shines like a dash in the dark night. Great job. Diamond is the accurate answer. Dash is a scale used for measuring the intensity of an earthquake. You got it. Your choice, Richter scale, is right. The instrument used for detecting earthquake waves is called dash. Nice work. You chose seismograph, and it is correct. Choose the one from the options which is not a natural disaster. Excellent. Road accident is a brilliant choice. In which direction is Gujarat located? Correct. West is the right answer. In Gujarat, which calamity occurred on 26 January 2001? Sharp thinking. Earthquake is the right choice. Natural calamities occur due to unpredictable changes in dash. Excellent. Nature is a brilliant choice. If an earthquake begins to happen, the safest place to be is. Exactly. In a doorway makes sense and it is right choice. Starting point of Earth's surface of an earthquake is called. Correct response. Epicenter is the most accurate answer. Name the unusually low rainfall leading to failure of crops. Strong choice. Drought is the right answer. Villagers lived in dash tents and the dash was very difficult. You're right. Plastic, cold winter is the correct answer. When there is no rain, crops can fail. Then there can be a. Nice selection. Drought is the correct and valid answer. On the 26 Jan 2001 high-intensity earthquake was experienced at. Smart pick. Gujarat is the correct choice. Name the disaster shortage of water and food can result in. Great thinking. Drought is the right choice. Even guests had to clean the toilets in Gandhiji's ashram. Good job. Your answer true works well here. The location below. The Earth's where the earthquake starts. Well done. Hypocenter is the right choice. Which country experienced the Great Chilean earthquake? Smart move. Chile is an accurate answer. Which is the apex body for disaster management in India? Well reasoned. Nendraf is the correct choice. The magnitude of an earthquake is measured by the help of. Nicely done. Richter scale is a solid answer. When there is light rain with very small drops is called. Good thinking. Drizzle is the right answer. Earthquake-affected people gets help in the form of dash. Perfect. Both and is the correct choice. In case of earthquake, we should not go to an open area. Valid point. False is true. We should build skyscrapers in earthquake-prone regions. Great job. False is the accurate answer. Dash were called for help to save the people in Gujarat. Bravo. Army Jawans is the answer. The people who study about earthquakes are called dash. You chose seismologists, and it is correct. Dash, people died in the earthquake, which struck in Kutch. Right again, 6 is a valid answer. Which magnitude of earthquake is felt little by people? You got it? Your choice 2-3 is right. People of only one community have to do cleaning work. Excellent choice. False is the right answer. Excessive rainfall can lead to which natural disaster? On track. Flood is the correct answer. Which natural calamity occurred on 26th January 2001? Clear logic. Your choice earthquake is sound and 100% true. Who all came to help the village people in earthquake? Solid response. All of these is a valid choice. Degree of earthquake felt and its damage is called its. Nice work. You chose intensity and it is correct. What was age of Jasma when earthquake occurred in dash? Right choice. 11 years old Gujarat is the best answer. Natural calamities can be controlled by human beings. Well picked. False is the correct answer. In a few dash, our village was flat on the ground. Nice work. You chose minutes and it is correct. Earthquake ground motion is recorded with a dash. Right choice. Seismograph is the best answer. Bhuj was not affected by the earthquake of Gujarat. Sharp thinking. False is the right choice. The Kutch area is situated at Dash state in India. Right again. Gujarat is a valid answer. Which of these may be caused due to a damaged dam? Perfect. Flood is the correct choice. Dash is the place where wheat and rice are stored. Nice selection. Go down is the correct and valid answer. Give one example of dormant volcanoes. Smart pick. Mount Fuji is the correct choice. What kind of help is needed after the earthquake? Strong choice. Food and tent canvas is the right answer. If there is no rainfall, there will be no crops. Excellent. True is a brilliant choice. The ground was dash and people were dash around. Solid response. Shocking. Shaking is a valid choice. When an earthquake occurs, we should not use lift. Great thinking. True is the right choice. What is the name of the top layer of the earth? Clear logic. Your choice crust is sound and 100% true. When earthquake occur, we should sit under table. Correct response. True is the most accurate answer. Shortage of food and water can result in a. Excellent choice. Famine is the right answer. People are running all around in dash and dash. You got it. Your choice shock, panic is right. Jasma's dash was also buried under the houses. Nicely done. Grandfather is a solid answer. What number should be called for an ambulance? Correct. 108 is the right answer. Scarce rainfall in any area can result in dash. Exactly. Drought makes sense, and it is right choice. On which date the earthquake struck in Gujarat? Good job. Your answer 26 January 2006 works well here. Strength of earthquake is measured by help of. You're right. Richter's scale is the correct answer. How much damage is registered for more than 7? Bravo. Major damage is the answer. Can a magnitude 3 earthquake destroy a house? Well done. No is the right choice. When there is no rain, then there can be. Valid point. Drought is true. The country most prone to earthquake is. Good thinking. Japan is the right answer. Villagers dashed the walls and decorated them. Smart move. Whitewashed is an accurate answer. When did earthquake in Bhuj occur? On track. 26 January 2001 is the correct answer. The outermost layer of Earth is called dash. Well picked. Crust is the correct answer. What is the name of the girl in the chapter? Great job. Jasma is the accurate answer. Who are the people to design the buildings? Well reasoned. Architect is the correct choice. What is the largest record of an earthquake? You chose 9.5, and it is correct. Villagers dug and bought clay from the dash. Nice work. You chose pond, and it is correct. Earthquake intensity is measured by help of. On track. Richter scale is the correct answer. When was the earthquake occurred in Gujarat? Strong choice. 26 January 2001 is the right answer. Which scale is used to measure earthquake? Great thinking. Richter's scale is the right choice. Tornadoes frequently occur at dash country. Well done. USA is the right choice. Who don't want to build houses like cities? Excellent choice. Villagers is the right answer. Cake and cow dung are mixed to make walls. Clear logic. Your choice true is sound and 100% true. What is the primary cause of earthquakes? Good job. Your answer, plate tectonics, works well here. Engineers show special designs of houses. Right again. True is a valid answer. Q6, the sarpanch of the village, is dash. Well reasoned. If you have it, is the correct choice. What do we use to record seismic waves? Correct response. Seismograph is the most accurate answer. What is the consequence of no rainfall? You got it. Your choice crops is right. Which is the largest district of India? Sharp thinking. Raw is the right choice. Excessive rainfall can result in dash. Perfect. Floods is the correct choice. What is the Richter scale used for? Smart move. Measuring earthquake magnitude is an accurate answer. When did Bhuj earthquake took place? You're right. 26 January 2001 is the correct answer. Jasma lived in which area of Gujarat? Excellent. Kutch is a brilliant choice. The situation in Dash was even worse. You chose Bhuj, and it is correct. Which ocean has the most earthquake? Nice selection. Pacific Ocean is the correct and valid answer. Q8, which is not a natural disaster. Bravo. War and bombing is the answer. Q9, Bhuj earthquake struck on Dash. Right choice. 26 on 2001 is the best answer. Excessive rainfall can lead to what? Exactly. Flood makes sense, and it is right choice. Can scientists predict earthquakes? Nicely done. No is a solid answer. How many tectonic plates are there? Valid point. 20 is true. Who is the sarpanch of the village? Solid response. If you have it, is a valid choice. At least Dash buildings have cracks. Good thinking. 150 is the right answer. Give an example of igneous rocks. Well picked. Obsidian is the correct answer. How do we know it's an earthquake? Correct. If ground starts shaking is the right answer. What are seismic waves caused by? Great job. Earthquakes is the accurate answer. Example of natural disaster Dash. Smart pick. Flood is the correct choice. Motabapu was who in the village? Perfect. Sarpanch is the correct choice. Example of man-made disaster Dash. Exactly. War makes sense, and it is right choice. Police station number is Dash. Smart pick. 100 is the correct choice. Kutch is located in Dash state. Solid response. Gujarat is a valid choice. Excessive rainfall lead to. Well reasoned. Flood is the correct choice. Largest tsunami occurred was at. Good job. Your answer Sri Lanka works well here. Identify the man-made disaster. Correct. Deforestation is the right answer. We can stop natural calamities. Valid point. False is true. Dash is not a natural calamity. Well picked. Pollution is the correct answer. Factor which causes earthquake. Bravo. Tectonic plates is the answer. Q1 earthquake is caused by. Right again. Shaking of earth is a valid answer. If you're in car, don't drive. Nice work. You chose true, and it is correct. What is the full form of WHO? Well done. World Health Organization is the right choice. Q7, who designs our houses? Smart move. Engineers and architects is an accurate answer. Who made the Richter scale? Great job. Charles Francis Richter is the accurate answer. The story is from State of. You're right. Gujarat is the correct answer. Choose the right spelling. Excellent. Earthquake is a brilliant choice. How does government help? Right choice. Answer B is the best answer. Kutch is in the state of. Strong choice.
Gujarat is the right answer.
We put up the dash roof. Nice selection. Thatched is the correct and valid answer. Kujasma lives in dash. Good thinking. Kajaria is the right answer. Study of earthquake is correct response. Seismology is the most accurate answer. Full form of who is sharp thinking. World Health Organization is the right choice. Bhuj is a state of. On track. Gujarat is the correct answer. Trot leads to. You got it. Your choice, Famine, is right. Typhoon tip is a. You chose storm, and it is correct. Pompey is a. Clear logic. Your choice, volcano, is sound and 100% true. How you will get all these quiz questions in PDF books format. Nicely done. Contact Narayan Changda on Facebook is a solid answer.